weird as that is. So just got off calling them and allegedly did some firmware changes on the modem. We'll see if that works. If not, they're gonna want to send technicians out again. I say as I make a jack off motion. I'll go ahead and say
delicious.
Yep, so hopefully it'll hold out for a couple more days before I have to keep everything and throw shit back together. Alright, I'll go make sure that tweet went out. As soon as I told them they were gonna owe me $600 shortly, they decided they were going to listen a little better and transferred me right up to the top. That kind of screamed a little bit.
Serve. Delicious.
Yeah, I demanded $600. I told them I was like a major streamer who made a lot. It's called bluffing. Sometimes you have to do it. So I just like lied a lot. That's what I'm saying. Effectively lied. Yeah, I just told him, I was like, I am losing hundreds of dollars every day I lose this, so you owe me at least $600 at this point, so I'm on a year of service free. And they were like, and I was like, yeah, you're listening now, aren't you, motherfuckers? Alright, so let's get back to where we were.
Delicious.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I see you've had some internet trouble.
Yeah, I bold-faced lied until fucking Comcast paid attention. It's one of the most effective techniques. Is just like hit mash 0 and scream like operator and agent at your phone until someone picks up, and then tell them they owe you hundreds of dollars, and they will immediately listen. Just immediately they pay more attention as soon as you start screaming lies about them owing you tons of money.
To be fair, they lied to you first.
I hope my voice isn't lower than the game. It might be a little lower than normal. I can work on that. That's probably because I'm sitting farther away. Oh, that was probably way too much up. Here, how does this sound? Hello? Am I louder to you, Andy, as well?
I sound about the same.
Okay. Let me turn down audibility gate and compressor. And you have a good gate. And I don't know if you're playing on your own, Andy, but do you want game sound through or not is what I'm saying. I don't think it's...
it doesn't matter.
I don't think it's terribly crucial, but I'll go ahead and do it just so you have more background noise. Yeah, so let's view and buy foods, as we were. So beer's clutch, always a beer. Soda's pretty solid. The staples are always good. Like I said, I don't faff around with the 2-star disappears. I just don't think they're worth the time. Chicken, S rank every time. Fish. Why would you not want a Zandatsu cook? What kind of idiot doesn't do that?
I bought baked potato to start, and I kind of regret that.
Baked potato is tricky.
My problem is not like the way you cook it, it's the default bindings that they give you. It took me so long to realize, wait a minute, butter is mapped to Y by default. And I know you can change that, but it just fucked with my head so much.
Oh, can you change those now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you could do that.
You can customize all your key bindings.
And you know what, how many slots do we have on day 1 menu? Okay, we do have 4. You don't have to use all 4, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. The other one that's always good to get is salad. So I'll also get salad. I'm not going to practice, which is going to be my downfall. Especially because these first days, they are really crucial, but it is nice to do well.
I didn't find the basic stuff too difficult. I've only played for like 20, 30 minutes, but...
Okay, still got the fish Zandatsu down. My biggest mistake's probably going to be serving wrong. One of the hardest things I've ever done was playing this game, like, lying on my back.
Oh gosh.
With a laptop on my chest, trying to play it then. That was hard as fuck. Oh my god, who drew a Guy Fieri dog? I cannot believe this right now.
Nice, Guy Fieri.
No. No! Oh my gosh, that's money. You can cash that at the bank.
The Flavortown branch.
Oh man, so I really like chicken because chicken is just tapping a button 6 times. It's one of the best ones.
Yeah, I had a full rush hour where it was just like non-stop chicken, so just, yeah, sure, I'll just mash T a bunch and then press S. Yeah.
It is a really, really easy combo ruiner though. Because it's really easy to just be like, oh, that was 7, fuck!
One time I had a perfect day going literally the very last dish after it was closed. I smashed it 7 times instead of 6.
Oh, that hurts every time.
Is there any bonus to getting a perfect day besides...
Yes, money. A lot.
Huh.
Yeah, you get a huge amount of money for early on. They make it so you can, like, go very quickly if you keep a perfect day. It is hard, though, especially if you're just starting.
I love the dish mash.
Yeah, it's a good one.
The garbage, you can't speed that up, but dishes are definitely not a huge problem.
No, they aren't. And once you get the thing that have speed on them, it's definitely good. And toilet is like the biggest non-issue. Ah, fuck. Whew. Okay. Nice.
I do kind of wish the rush hour notifications weren't as obscuring. They're kind of distracting when the screen flashes and it covers up everything you're looking at.
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, I'm sure at higher levels you can transcend cookdom and just cook food with your mind.
Did you try and play a day on Extreme?
Not yet, no.
You should. It's basically New Game Plus is the thing. So, like, if you, like, already have played through this game and are just like, I don't feel like dealing with the first 5 stars. I just want to be at the end of the game. That's what that is. And it starts you out with, I don't know if you know this. How far have you gotten?
Oh, I only played for like half an hour. I just got it yesterday.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so as you unlock more stars... Yeah, as you unlock more stars, there's other things you unlock as well. One of the biggest ones being extra customer slots.
Right.
And I think with Extreme Mode, it just starts you at like 8, and it's always rush hour, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, I watched, Payak had a video he made of doing it, and it is berserk.
Mostly I saw the warning when I started the game. It's like, do not under any circumstances pick this mode, even if you've played before. So like, yeah, maybe I'll save that for a little bit later.
Yeah, it's like, okay. I was amazed Slow Beef didn't do it. Like, that seems like the exact Slow Beef thing to do, is be like, whatever. I ain't a baby. Slow Beef, please respect the text this one time.
I mean, when a game is straight up telling you, don't play it, don't do it.
That makes them want to do it harder. But yeah, it's basically, cooks are delicious revenge. Alright, here we go. Rush hour. Chicken makes rush hour way easier too, which is fucked up.
Yep.
But, since it is so slow comparatively...
You're not getting as many customers, right?
Yeah.
Until you get more slots anyways.
Mm-hmm. I was hitting the wrong button.
It's pretty fucked up that you can serve somebody a plate of chicken while you're cleaning the toilet.
Yeah, yeah. Or is it during? Can you do it during those two? Because I know you can do it while you're cooking other things.
I think as long as a dish is ready, you can serve it.
Okay. Just greens and carrots, because I hate myself a whole lot.
I've had some plain salads in my day. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, same. Unless you have some very juicy veggies on it.
I mean, it's technically the best one for you because you don't have any like dressing or ranch or whatever like that. But
oh no, vinegar can be good for you, and so can wine.
Well, yeah, vinegar, like vinegar and oil and stuff. But people pile their stuff up with cheese.
If you've never just poured a bowl of wine and then put a leaf on top, I don't know if you've ever had a really good salad.
It's artisanal salad.
Yeah, it's French as hell. The worst, though, is if you mess up at, like, this late in the night. It is the saddest thing. You have to be extra diligent. It's like, there's just no rush. Just don't hurry.
That is exactly what happened to me.
And it's, like, really easy to rush, but when you get those huge Zandatsu fish, like, it's hard for me to turn that off. Just the whole fish Zandatsu.
Well, the fish one, you can't really screw that up because the arrow keys, like, you can do those in any order.
Yes.
And then you just cook it afterwards, so you're fine.
Nice. Day one, perfection.
Those balloons are coming out of your budget, by the way.
Fuck. We're just pouring money down the drain. So have at least 10% positive buzz from customers. Yep, that's easy. So here's what you get, by the way. A perfect day. Wow, here's $250. And that's a pretty good amount that early in the game.
And that happens every time you get...
Every time you get a perfect, yeah. Upgrades, you can buy upgrades. We aren't, though. First things first, we're buying a fucking tip jar. You buy the tip jar. It's like $50. It pours money onto your table for free.
Plus you need it for the star upgrade anyways.
Oh, is it one of the requirements?
Yeah, I think you have to get $100 worth of tips before it gives you 2 stars, or that's one of the criteria.
Okay. I wouldn't know, because I've just never not done it.
Yep.
Wine is another really good one. So I will buy... Oh, I can't yet. Damn. Wine is expensive.
Wine is pricey.
Wine is pricey. Wine is like steak. It is very expensive, but it's also very good. Wine is great, and the upgrades are pretty easy to handle and still very good for business. I'll probably... soda's cheap.
That fucked up restaurant that sells wine alongside corn dogs and pretzels.
Honestly, yeah, the pretzels and the corn dogs are so fucking cheap that it's like... It's almost worth it, but I hate doing the cheap items because you just never make return on. You know, it's like, I could be making more money faster.
Well, that and they just stop buying them after you get 2 stars, right?
Yeah, but that's still, I mean, that's 20 days, and since it's $3.50, it's one of those things where it ends up making up for the fact that it helps prevent menu rot, basically. So I'll just take chicken off, put that on. However, if you get salad, that chicken, fish, and wine, you can get a pretty huge buff from being healthy.
Right.
Because you can see we have all these pluses. Health nuts, you can get a big one if you get a ton of those. We lose a little bit of morning time. We lose 5% just because booze, but whatever.
People still come in the morning and buy shitloads of beer anyways.
Mm-hmm. And one nice thing is you can see on the active menu, I think it's the pretzels considered snacks, which means it doesn't get ordered during rush hour, which I'm okay with early on. It's not a big deal. Yeah, saltless alcohol. It helps you absorb the alcohol a little bit better. And it slows you down, so you're, not super wasted all the time. Which is pretty big. And also, it just is, yeah, it makes you a little thirsty. Have a salty knot. Enjoy a nice knot.
I love when people just order plain.
Oh,
I want a pretzel with absolutely nothing. Just fry that bread and give it to me.
Just give me the soft loaf. No problem.
I am looking forward to see how it gets crazy later on.
It gets fucking stupid. But I was trying to tell Slow Beef yesterday, like, furiously trying to tell him, you can serve things while other things are cooking, because I noticed so many times he would pause and be like, okay, that's almost done. I'd be like, no, just go, just do it. And like, yeah. Stop waiting.
He seemed to be doing pretty okay, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is early game. This is like, mostly remembering where things are, and not mishitting numbers, mostly. Because that's the worst thing I am at, is just hitting the wrong number.
Right.
Ranch, cheese, bacon, croutons, onions, peppers. Okay, that pouring. Serving that fish. Ranch, cheese, bacon, croutons, onions, peppers. Got it. Ranch, greens, and carrots. Got it. Trash. You're all trash. None of you are free of sin. Okay. Ranch, cheese, mushrooms, tomatoes. That beer. Ein beer. Beer. Welcome to Alcoholics Anonymous.
Oh, finally.
Beer.
Hurry up, wash those dishes. Wash the beer, wash the fish.
Yeah, mushrooms, tomatoes, greens, and carrots. Fish. Take it out. Zandatsu. Alright. That's about how fast you need to be at fish, by the way, for late game. Like, that's about what all of them need to be like. But also, fish gets more complicated. Have you got any upgrades yet, by the way, other than, like, I think beer is one of the few ones that doesn't really change anything?
I bought the beer upgrade. I don't think I've bought any of the other food upgrades yet, though.
I don't think the beer upgrade changes anything, but, like, most of the other ones will either add more variations... they'll add more ingredients. They'll get more complicated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, one of the worst is soups are almost universally a nightmare. Upgraded lasagna is a huge pain in the ass. Because lasagna, I don't know if you've done any lasagna yet, but
a few.
Yeah, it gets a little complicated, the lasagna does, but you eventually get the rhythm down because it's like the same thing repeated a couple times, but then you get the multiple recipe ones and it changes the order, and you can't really rely on like reading the order. You just have to learn what the card means, or else your hands won't be fast enough.
Forget everything you've learned about carbonara.
Mm-hmm. Here, have cheesy leaves, you child. Just pour me a bowl of cheese and ranch and put a biscuit and a KFC drumstick in it.
Isn't there actually one salad that's called, like, the children's salad or something?
I think so. Yeah, here, it's our version of the famous bowl. It's the same as the regular, but I pour it all into a beer.
Did I have cheese in my beer? Fried cheese?
Oof. Oof. I mean, for you monsters, you disgusting behemoths that are gonna order beer this early in the morning. I mean, I've had a hair of the dog, but this is ridiculous. That's what Bloody Marys are for. That is specifically the reason they exist.
And these are clearly all the same people coming back over and over, too.
Right?
So it's not like it's just like a one-time thing. Oh, yeah, I just gotta do this one time, then I'm off stuff for good. Nope.
There we go. Losing track. T for thumbs. There we go. I always forget that one takes a while. Like, there's like a loading time on it for some reason. Right. Ranch, cheese, bacon, the croutons, onions, and peppers. Got it. Flush that pooper. Serve that. Fish out the door while I'm still pouring the beer actively. Best in the business. I'm like holding the
At the end of the game,
under...
does the camera pull out? And you reveal that you have like 10 arms?
Yeah, that's the only way. Like, I'm actively pouring a beer and also handing someone a platter of wonderfully plated fish. Whew. Butter and cinnamon. Yeah, once you get the hang of this game, getting perfect combos early on is not too bad. It does get impossible. There's a point where I'm just like, no one can do that.
Right. Could I have a pretzel with just the box? Like, I don't actually want the pretzel.
Yeah, could you just hand me... Could you hand me a regretful bite? Could you take a bite out of the pretzel and then hand it to me? Oh,
Actually,
hey,
you know
where's
what?
the dog?
Spit it first.
Yeah, could you teabag my pretzel? Could you get the hot butter and then teabag the buttery pretzel?
Hold on, what are you doing over there? You're flushing the toilet? Good, I know what I want on my pretzel now.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the real salty knot. The other thing that's nice is, since it's the last customer, hang out, you know, have a chat.
So what led you to want cheese on your salad tonight?
Salarudo! Okay, now I'm making salad. Now it is 10 o'clock forever. 5 seconds have passed. Still
It's an old chef trick. We learned how to stop time in chef school.
Yeah, so I still have to... The only thing that sucks is the 20 days of service. That's almost always the one that holds me back forever.
Yeah, I kind of felt like watching Slow Beef stream it last night. He seemed to have pretty much everything else at 10 days.
Mm-hmm. Then there's another
true.
250 for perfect day. Then a perfect day.
There's Banana Man.
Nice, yes. God, that it was so well done. That fucking Jim Sterling interview is a work of art, by the way. Holy shit. It is a thing to behold. Alright, I'm gonna buy wine. Because wine is really easy. And also quite expensive. And I love taking money from people. So let's go ahead, take the fish off, put the wine on, take the pretzel off, and put the chicken back on. That's going to give us a good amount. I think it'll give us 15%? 10% on health nuts. And 5% down for alcoholism. But, oh, 10%. 10% off for alcoholism. So it evens out, you know, like whatever. And then you get a 30% positive for your opening. So that's kind of the encouragement they have for you to like kind of hurry along a little bit.
Right. You
do lose that after a while.
Is there any advantage to hanging on to money, or is it just a good idea to spend it as soon as you have it?
There's no reason to hold on to it unless like you know there's going to be a one of the more useful upgrades coming. Like if you hate doing dishes, there's the thing that halves the amount of dishes you have to do.
Right.
That's.
But
really
there's
the only
nothing.
reason.
But there's nothing like you have to pay this amount of money, otherwise the restaurant closes or anything like that?
Nah.
Okay.
Fuck. That was 7.
Goodbye, perfect day.
Oh fuck, I can't believe I've done this.
Oh, fuck.
Damn it. There's $250 down the drain. Ah, ass.
Enjoy your failure, chicken! See what you've done to me?
One time I streamed this, and as a joke, I just did as badly as I could on a day, and still got like 70% or something. It's just purposely mis-serving food, holding orders as long as I could get away with it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty generous. Like, you have to really fuck up.
Yeah, it feels way more strenuous than it is. And it is if you want to get perfects. It is considerably more stressful than you would imagine. And then there's some things that I just have an advantage from being a guitarist, so I can do really dumb things with my hands. Like this. All on one key. What?
aside from the fact that your wine is super cheap and chicken breast has nothing aside from basic seasoning, you got the making a little bit of a classy restaurant going on here.
I know, that's kind of what you have to try and do. It's kind of the John Taffer method, you know? Like,
right.
Pretend you're classier than you are, and eventually you will be classy. People will pay for your shit.
Like, yeah, there are holes in your walls, and the toilet has to be constantly flushed, but aside from that, it's a really nice ambiance.
Like, it's a dive that is not actually a dive. It just has the dive aesthetic. But we're serving, like, $8 chicken, huge, like, entire bottles of wine, apparently.
I kind of feel it should start off in a box.
Oh god, that'd be hilarious.
And then you get to upgrade to the cheap bottled wine.
Yeah, it starts with a Tour de Franzia.
Yeah.
Flush that toilet. Pour that beer. Sorry, I was looking at chat. That's the real challenge. Can you read a chat while doing this?
Can you play Cook Serve Delicious while Guy Fieri eats infinite pizza?
Oh god. That disgusting man. He always looks like he's about to, like, his blood is just gonna burst out of his dumb face.
Maybe it is.
God, I swear. Ranch cheese.
All you need is a well-timed needle. You throw it at him and it just sprays out everywhere.
Yeah! Yeah, for everyone who's complaining about being hungry, just watch Guy Fieri, like, eat a chicken breast.
Hey, it's me, Guy Fieri, and
and then he just, like, eats an entire, like, sack of raw chicken.
Oh, you thought it was done! He pulls out another bag that was hooked on his hair spikes.
Oh, I get what I'm doing. I'm hitting C to tenderize instead of fucking... Or season instead of C, which is the button for seasoning. Is S, not C.
You haven't been seasoning any of your chicken this whole time?
No, just like 2 of them. But I was wondering, I was like, how did I miss those? And then I did the same thing twice in a row and was like, ah, okay. Alright, well, let's stop fucking up now. Tomatoes, good.
I will say this much, the food noises are really good.
They are.
Beer makes me...
Fuck! I'm trying to get too fancy and read and do all the stuff I can do late game. But I'm not there yet. Not that it matters, I mean, I'm still way surpassing the requirements to become the next level of star.
Yep. We got 2 perfect days so far.
And the health inspection thing is super easy.
Right, because that's just do your non-food chores.
Yeah, don't miss your chores like 4 times in a day or some shit.
So, when the health inspector isn't there, is there any downside to not doing the chores?
I think on the days it tells you specifically to do it, you just have to. Oh, I hit C to season again. Damn it. No, guys, don't worry. I'm reading your comments. I just happen to be hitting C to season, which is not right. That's how it sounds. No, but that would be worse.
Great.
Yeah, seasoning, basically. Wine is one of those things that's, like, kind of tricky when you first start, just because even if you're ridiculously fast, it takes a while. So it's less of a juggling food. Like, fish is the ultimate juggling food, because it's so fast, and the cook time is really fast, but you have to remember that you have 2 things going at once. You know, like, there's... It's just you have to manage it twice.
It is nice that the wine, you can't seem to screw it up, at least at the basic level.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can later, because they'll order different kinds of wine, and you have to hit W to cycle to the correct wine.
Ah.
Yeah. They start adding things like that, and that amps it up a good deal. So yeah, so we have everything but 20 days, safety inspection, and a little bit more there. So yeah, we have upgrades, table snacks, which basically just mean I can slow down a little bit, but I mean like
Yeah, you still get tons of time.
yeah, I'm not at the point. Time is not the issue. The issue is me fucking up currently. Might as well. They're 100 is the thing. Table snacks are ultra cheap.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to. Commercial toilet, dishwasher, and garbage service are all really nice, and they're basically mandatory once you get there. Why is there a gun, you ask? Eventually you can start being robbed. And then, yeah, when you do get robbed, you will have, like, a person will just go by really quickly, and then if you don't accurately recreate what that person's face looked like, you will just lose a bunch of money.
Oh.
Yeah.
That get tricky.
That's a thing that can happen. So, they're pretty decent with it because they, like, tell you what to reconstruct. It's not like you actually have to remember it really hard, but it gets pretty good. Yeah, that digital homicide interview is fucking dream. It is so beautiful. God, it might be, like, my favorite thing I've listened to in ages. Let's stick to the same menu there.
Like, as much as I want to believe that guy was just being a troll to Jim Sterling, like, he's just so consistent.
I have never wanted to punch a man in the mouth more than when I was listening to that. Jim is a saint. Quite frankly, I would have killed him. I would have found a way to murder a man over Skype. He is so obnoxious. He is intolerably obnoxious. I
get the feeling the other guy really regretted doing it.
Oh my god, like, how could you not?
The guy who said all of, like, 2 lines, like, "Bye, Jim."
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that guy was fucking something, alright. Like, the time where he pulled up at one of the opening throwaway jokes Jim does to introduce his show, and he pulled one of those up as like proof.
He kept going back to it too. Like,
oh yeah, no, there's absolutely some kind of personal issue happening there. That's not how a normal person acts.
Like, I'm just so surprised that the guy has, what, 3 kids? And he has somehow managed to go this far without his wife just completely having none of that shit anymore.
Well, we don't know. I don't think he said he was still married.
This is true. This is true. Or he could be lying about the kids. We don't know.
These are both things that could be the case.
The professional grade gunshot sounds.
Oh my god, that physically fucking hurt me. He's like, well, they're done professionally. It's like, but they don't fit, man. Like, they don't sound like the guns you're making them pretend to be. Just doesn't work.
But they cost a lot.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I spent money on them. It's like, okay. I once spent money on a copy of Superman 64. That's not a true story, I'm afraid. Unless you count renting and spending money on it. I'm trying to think now of the worst game I ever actually paid money for. I don't know. Yeah, he's a guy who made a bunch of really bad Steam Greenlight games, but the thing is, he was like really aggressive towards Jim about them. Which, like, you just accept it and move on. He made a review of the reviewer, which he was convinced was like this brilliant concept, where he did like text over the top of Jim's review. And the text for Jim's review, or Jim's review was mostly just like, wow, this is really bad. And his thing was like, oh, how didn't you notice this thing? And it's like, wow, that's really bad game design. Like, you're just pointing out how bad your own game design is. Like, the guy just is a shovelware trash beast. And a bunch of what he sold, he even said at one point, he was like, oh yeah, well, it's worth $1, isn't it? And he's like, no.
Right.
Like,
He's like, we reevaluated the price because we felt our customers were not getting enough value from that.
Yeah, he was like, you were selling it for $10. He's like, well, it's $3 now. He's like, but it wasn't.
So you've proved your own point.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I don't want to feel. My favorite was he's like, I don't want someone to feel like they paid $10 and got a turd. I'm like, but you're okay with them paying $1 and getting a turd, which is your game. It is a turd. And he was just constantly like, oh, well, you have to admit it's getting better. And Jim's just like, no, they're not. No, they aren't, though. Yeah, he's just like super salty. Yeah, he even hosted a fake contest of like, post the meanest thing you want about my game. Meanest thing will get $1. And then he just like, oh, I couldn't.
Oh, no.
tell.
I'll have to go buy my shitty ass game somewhere else with that free $1 I could have won. No.
Well, no, but it was like, yeah, I'll give game codes away, and then anyone who actually did it, he just banned him from the Steam forums. Damn it! When I was talking, I accidentally hit it 5 times instead of 6. I knew it. I felt it was wrong, but it was too late to stop.
The shameful quintuple chicken breast.
Oh, sigh.
Customer takes
Do you
one
have
bite.
any relation to Arthur Tuesday, perhaps?
The best part is, yeah, that was another thing. Okay, so he tried to, like, incriminate that, like, Jim had some, like, collusion bullshit going on.
I was like, I know what he's getting at, but I have no idea why he like, is he really doing this? It has to be going somewhere else.
No, yeah, he was... Yeah, he was trying to insinuate collusion, but not only that, someone else looked it up and he's like... And... apparently that woman's name isn't even Sterling.
Oh, I thought it's his name that wasn't Sterling. I thought he had a different name.
It was something like that, but yeah, like,
Yeah.
The guy's fucking bullshit
It's
claim
unrelated.
wasn't
I think his
even
name is
real.
Jim Stan or something like that.
But yeah, it was just completely unsubstantiated. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
You can hear.
No, I don't have any. I don't know who that is.
You can
It's
just
like-
hear the train crash in his mind when he tries to pursue that. Like, wait.
Like,
Shit.
that had to be something like his research guy was doing on the internet, like, immediately. And he was like, wait, dude, use this. This'll do it. This'll turn it all around.
Like, does the guy not realize too, like, even if that was the case and both their names were Sterling, do you know how common of a name Sterling is in England? Like, you know how, like, Cooper is a name of someone who makes barrels and Smith is the name of any kind of smith? Like, that's how naming conventions used to work?
He could have accused him of being related to
Sterling is a name of, like, a silversmith generally, or later on, like, any kind of jeweler. So, like, that's a really common name.
It was so surreal. It was, and Jim didn't even really get all that aggressive with him. He just kind of let him do his thing.
I mean, it
And
wasn't
he
hard, yeah.
and that's exactly what he did. He did his thing all over the place for an hour and 30-something minutes.
I don't know if I've heard Jim laugh that hard ever, quite frankly.
Someone's gonna sue you, and they're gonna win.
Not me, but someone will.
Not
I
me.
feel bad too, because like, I know some friends who are like games journalist people, and they were just like listening to it, and they're like, "Oh my god, like, this is physically painful to listen. This is my nightmare. Is having to deal with this guy. Like, this is the exact worst situation. This is the bottom." Oh, and yeah, and then he constantly confused content IDs with DMCA takedowns, which is like a really big difference.
Yep.
And it just goes to show that he had no understanding what he was talking
Oh
about.
yeah, that is a very. I was like, in my head, that all just kind of, it all just kind of blurs together. But then I was like, wait, I do know what those things are, and
Yeah.
I just, I know very little about this copyright stuff, but I know that much.
Yeah,
Also,
and yeah,
complete misunderstanding. Fair use.
The fair use.
yeah, the guy just had no concept of what the words fair use mean.
That means you have to be nice in the review, right?
Oh my god, it was confusing, quite frankly.
Yeah.
It was confusing. But yeah, no. And then like all the court cases
to follow
too.
his train of thought.
Yeah, like, and he thought you needed to, like, go to court to take people DMCA's. He's like, well, Nintendo and them aren't doing it. It's like, what? No, they, what? Like,
We're not Nintendo.
also, they don't do DMCA takedowns. They're just taking the money from it. They're not taking the actual, like, video down.
Somebody playing Fast and the Furious? Oh, man.
Oh my god! Oh, yeah. I can't believe it.
Oh, wine. I didn't know you got wine in this game.
Oh yeah, the oh wow, you really hate women because you have a giant plastic.
Oh, that was awesome! Yeah, he's like, you thought it was sexist, well, you know what's really sexist? You having a 6-foot dildo bat. It's like, I'm sorry.
It's much longer than 3 feet.
Are we talking about the guy with Jim Sterling?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. The dildo line.
Oh my god.
So many good things in that.
Did you know dildos are sexist, actually? Actually, I hear as the tiny limp dick of the developer flops onto the table.
I like how the guy said it was like a 2-foot dildo. He says, actually, it's about 3 feet.
Yeah, it was pretty.
You don't think that's sexist? No!
Oh
my god, that drawing is awesome.
Yeah, that's a good drawing. I like that.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back through and post like all of these of the cooking drawings because the Guy Fieri one earlier was ridiculous.
If you wanted to improve that, you could put text instead of you could put I'm not owned, or the entire thing. But that was still good.
Also needs a toilet.
So, Ty, are you starting over fresh in this, or is this where you left off?
No, I'm starting over fresh. I do it all the time, but it's like, I don't mind, especially because I can then try and get myself up to speed and make sure I'm getting perfect days. I think I got 2 perfect days so far.
Yeah, once you get in the swing of things, it's pretty standard.
It's chill.
Although I do try to avoid the things where the hotkeys don't make sense. Oh, I think you can actually change them around. I forget.
They added that in, I think. Yeah, because Andy was saying that.
I think it's been like that since the beginning, just about. Because I remember seeing that, and I got this about when it came out.
Mm-hmm. All I know is butter is Y and guacamole is U.
Yep.
Those are the ones that mess me up the most.
I can see it. Like, butter in Spanish is mantequilla, and that sounds like a Y, even though it doesn't have a Y, so there you go.
I'll take it. As for someone who repeatedly hits C for seasoning, I will accept it.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, it sounds right. I mean, that's what I put on the jar. Seasoning, it's Cajun seasoning. I just like to abbreviate. Like, what? God, man, the cooking fish is just the most satisfying until you get really good at lasagna.
Yeah, fish is just like, bam! Just bring all your fingers down that one motion. It's like, damn, done.
Like, I tried to play this with controller for a while, because I had, like, a keyboard that was broken.
You can do that?
What?
Wow. I didn't know you could do that.
You can. I don't recommend it.
Okay, so it's possible, but not recommended.
Like, it is. He added in the support. The dev did, but Jesus, it's a bad idea. Because
like,
imagine if there were no letters to associate to anything.
I could see it kind of working if you use like trigger combinations and stuff like that with the face buttons, but it would still be a massive pain in the ass.
That's basically what you had to do, but it was just, oh, it's brutal. It is absolutely brutal. The only thing that works well, what I was trying to get to, is lasagna is really satisfying because the basic one feels like a Street Fighter move. Since it's like doing a whole circle around the pad a couple times, it feels like you're doing a Zangief thing. It feels
it's like wrestling a bear, basically.
Yeah.
Lasagna buster.
Yeah, so it's like super gratifying every time you get one of those. But other than that, it is awful. Trying to make soup with a controller is a nightmare. There's like 3 pages of ingredients and you're like, oh my god, what the fuck is like...
Have you ever tried to work a whisk with an analog? It's fucking impossible.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want to see somebody play this with a DDR pad.
I I thought the number usually stayed right around 50.
Oh my god, can this be played
What?
with a DDR
I
pad?
thought
Wait,
the
what
number of
number stays
customers
around
per
50?
day. I thought the number of customers per day stuck around 50.
There we
It gets
go.
higher over time, and then also dependent on
Buzz.
buzz, yeah. And I always have some buzz multipliers going. The easiest ones being, if you get a perfect day, you get a huge one the next day. So that's always good. And then the other one you can get pretty easily is health food ones.
I
So
never really
basically-
did pay much attention to like the weather and the trends and the things like that. I just did whatever and kind of.
Yeah, and you can get away with that. Even endgame, it doesn't
Your
really matter too much.
fan art has been updated.
Nice.
Also, hey, it's that font. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I use it for too many things.
It looks actually hand-drawn, which is... oh, you mean this one? In the game.
The, yeah, the Perfect Day Complete.
So now all we have left...
I'm not own thing. That's definitely hand drawn.
All we have left is 20 days of service. So this just means... oh, and I get bonus buzz because I got a perfect on my health inspection.
Does it take so long to get? 20 days seems like a long time.
It is.
Kind of is.
It is. The starting in this game is
Yeah.
kind of slow because of that, but it's not a big deal because like they don't, you don't get locked out of buying things by doing
Right.
that. The only thing you
Is
don't
every
get is,
tier 20 or something, or what?
I think it's 20 every day, but like later ones you'll be like, thank God it's 20 because it, and also like the things you have to accomplish to do them get more difficult as well.
Yeah, the last time I played, I came across the I got what is it? A robber came through, and the main thing I remember is the sketch artist description. And
Yeah.
with his he had sexy lips.
Yep, that's one of the things that can
The
come
picture,
up.
the picture of him, he had like these nice Jerry curls, and he was doing like duck lips at the picture. And I was like, oh my,
Too much
Mercy.
Botox.
stole my heart.
Beer is one of them you just want to buy the upgrade for immediately because all it does is give you more money. It doesn't even add like another thing to do with it. It just gives you money.
Free money.
Beer.
It's free money.
It's
Free money for you.
It's free real.
Come
Yeah,
and pick up the free money.
what more do
He
you
kept
want?
saying that in
guys?
this
It doesn't
last
matter.
recording
Now.
session, and I didn't understand it until the very end when they linked me the video, and I was like, oh,
It's for real estate.
free real estate.
And then just the wink.
Come get your damn house!
It's free money, Jim. It's free real.
Last time I watched Adult Swim was when Tim and Eric came on. They were more annoying than anything, but I see these occasional random things where it's actually funny.
I think they when they're on point, they are amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss.
The what was it like horse head mattress or something like that, or like sleepy head mattress? That one is amazing. That might be one of my favorite bits I've ever seen. It's awesome. And then yeah, free real estate is amazing. Yeah, Tim and Eric is super hit or miss. I'm really glad the Steve Brule show happened from that. If you haven't watched all of the full Steve Brule spin-off, you should, because it's incredible.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've
I've
watched
seen some
Adult
of
Swim
that.
since I was
Pretty
like in college, so
I'll see if I can find some of those, and we will watch Steve Brule at some point, because it is amazing. What's that guy's name?
is Venture Brothers still there?
Is it Riley?
Yeah, John C. Reilly.
John C. Riley.
One of my favorite bumpers for Check It Out with Steve Brule was talking about how John C. Reilly is like a Shakespearean trained actor who did this many years on Broadway, starred in all these films, won all these awards, and now he's pretending to be an idiot doctor on a cable TV show. On like a public access TV show. It's fucking awesome. Oh, I love Check It Out. Check It Out is
Real.
super good. The episode about puppets is another really good one. Like, there's just a topic, and he's always, like, really terrified of one thing. There's one that's about boats, and he ends up, like, eating fish from behind a dumpster. It's just really silly. It's super fun. It's hard to explain. The character is fantastic, though. I cannot recommend Check It Out with Dr. Steve Brule enough.
Discount
Yeah.
prices.
I've only seen the bits on the actual Tim and Eric show with Steve Brule, but not the actual spin-off.
The actual spin-off is really good.
One that always gets me is the child clown outlets with the instructional videos. That they're just so creepy. I love them.
Check it out! Yeah, it's really good. It's got like every public access show mistake made on it. Like all the editing is always like fucking busted in like the best ways. Like there will be clips from other shows just randomly thrown in the middle between like between scenes. It's fucking awesome. They did such a good job.
I love that you see like Jeff Goldblum and David Cross and God, what's David Cross's friend's name? Odenkirk, Bill Odenkirk.
Oh, Bill Odenkirk, yeah. Bob Odenkirk, yeah.
Bill Odenkirk, yeah.
Yeah, Bob Delodio.
I like their rotating like kind of guest thing.
They've had Galifianakis on a couple times. I want to say
Yeah.
Patton Oswalt's been on a few times, maybe?
Yep. That guy from that guy that played Leland in Twin Peaks shows up every now and then. He's great.
Oh man, I spent all of today at work just going through a couple stand-up albums because I found out Spotify, although it is bad for many things, is really good at comedy albums. They have a lot of them.
Might have to try that at some point.
Yeah, I know. Bob Odenkirk is he worked on. He produced that show.
He worked on Mr. Show. I think he might have produced it, yeah.
Yeah, he had a hand in Mr. Show. I remember that.
Because he showed up in a lot of their shows.
There was another, have you seen Comedy Bang Bang at all?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty good on occasion. Reggie Watts kills it pretty consistently. Reggie Watts is a funny dude in general. Oh god, now I'm just thinking back to that Jim Sterling interview, man. It is fucking something else. Did you listen to it, Giop?
I listened to a good amount of it. I think about where I stopped listening was not long after the dildo thing.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that.
What?
Quote out of context.
No, I just wanted to say that.
Oh. Oh god, yeah, all the times he was like, oh, thanks for saying, yeah, I agree.
Thanks.
It's
He
like,
kept thinking he had gotcha moments.
god, he was trying so hard to own, but he just, no owning happened that day.
Which is my favorite part is the very beginning where the guy says, no, I'm 35
Fuck.
and I have 3 kids. And he just goes, oh dear.
Oh dear, yeah.
Tone.
Speaks volumes.
Yeah, he started, he was like making a joke about how like, oh, I thought I'd be talking to a child. And then he was like, uh-oh. Oh, and then all the times he's like clearly very salty about Jim like getting money for doing a thing people like.
I like the whole thing that the guy was probably very proud of the phone conversation because Jim Sterling mentioned that his recording got hosed and he had to ask the guy for it, and the guy was recording it anyways. So it's just you gotta kind of just think about how that whole exchange went. It was just kind of like, yeah, that phone call went great. I nailed that Sterling asshole.
Wait,
you know,
what
internal
was that
monologue.
about? I only heard the interview. I didn't hear about any of the stuff on the side.
Oh, it was just both, like, Jim's recording messed up, and the other guy's recording basically messed up, but Jim was able to, like, salvage the audio quality.
It was complete garbage, and he cleaned it up a lot.
Shocking that something that guy would do would be garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him the ammo.
Because he was even saying it was garbage, and he had to clean it up. And kind of like, oh, this is kind of, you know, if the boot fits.
it's pretty telling. Book fine refunded.
Denoise? What the hell's denoise?
Crazy Dave's bet. You're pretty darn good. What does he say?
Crazy Dave. That's the guy from Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh man, 15 perfect orders in a row.
Oh no. How can you handle what this one-eyed alien man is requesting?
Ice cream text.
Why does he have an alien?
Sold out. I love some of these random ones. I noticed this morning you ran out. I can get you. I know a guy who can get you some fish and other meats. For that matter, really. Just, other meats. What other meats? Other meats. Stop asking.
Can
so
you
many
actually
questions.
answer that?
No, no, no. This is one that
Okay.
you can fave it though if you want to like laugh about it later.
Oh.
So now I can just go to my faves and always see the man offering me questionable meats, which is always a thing I like. So the only thing I
Thumbs
ever
up
really,
if you like questionable meats.
I'm way into questionable meat. Basically, the only thing I do in the first few days usually is just cycle in and out stuff to make sure I don't get any menu rot. But I kind of want to buy some more foods as soon as possible, just because I want people to see the other stuff. But I need a deep fryer to get sopapillios. Oh, deep fryer I can buy. And then next time we get some money, I'll throw in some sopapillios.
Ah, yes, menu rot, the trench foot of the fast food industry.
Also, this game has gotten updates since I've played it, and I played it like less than a year ago. So this dev just kept working on it. I am super excited for the next one.
Well, they added in some Iron Chef-like thing. That's the main big thing that I saw.
Yeah, and there was level multiplayer. I don't know if there was also...
What?
Yeah.